Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at PrepperNet.com.
Good evening, everyone. Forrest is in the house. Hope everybody is doing great today. Man, I forget how much I love this music. This is literally a free tune that YouTube lets you use, so you're not doing copyright music. And every time I listen to this, I'm like, I need to download this. But hey, welcome everyone. I am Forrest. We got an unbelievable show for you guys this evening. You're going to love it. That's just it. You're going to absolutely love it. Hey, everyone in the chat room, I need you to put, well, you're already doing it. Put where you're from. Say hello to everyone. And then tell me that I sound good. It's not a new mic, but I did some adjustments over here. So, hey, didn't pick out that music. Oh, that was Beth G's in the house. Everybody say hi to Beth G. She is the queen of PrepperNet. She is live in the house. And so we got some announcements like always quickly. Then we got a very special guest. This guy dresses different. He's awesome. He's the Kilted Prepper. He will be coming in here in a minute. And so let's go make sure we go through my quick announcements to make sure everyone is up to date with what's going on with PrepperNet. Hey, if this is your first time here, welcome. This is kind of for PrepperNet members and for you. So just not PrepperNet members, but this is a live streaming bi-weekly event that we bring the latest PrepperNet news, interviews with experts in the preparedness field, and lots of member participation. We ask questions, you ask questions, we all ask questions. We get to know each other. We have giveaways, and it's so exciting. You're going to forget that there's a national champion basketball game on right now, which I can't believe I'm missing it. But this is way more important. People living is better than watching basketball. So if you don't know anything about me, my name is Forrest Garvin. I'm the CEO of Sonovans International. I am all that other stuff there that sometimes I just feel like, because we have a lot of new people, I just kind of want to put that out there so you guys know who I am. I've written 4 books. The Case for Christian Preparedness, Stand Firm to the End, Preparedness Roadmap, and Entrepreneurship for Survival. That last book we're going to get into just a tad here in a little bit. But hey, go buy my books and like them. And then, yeah, do that. Next slide is, hey, Uncle Buck was not with me this evening. I recorded a podcast this evening, but he is just on standby. He is busy. He started a new job, but he's coming back. He's not leaving. But download the Prepping Academy. It's on all the podcasts. I mean, I don't care what you have. At this time, it is out there. And people seem to really like it. And so you can't see my face, so that's probably better. So anyway, let's go. And so some of the events that are coming up in PrepperNet. Like what the heck can I get involved with? Here's some of the things you can get involved with PrepperNet. We have weekly national Zello events. Zello is a push-to-talk radio app on your phone. It literally, in a sense, trains you to talk on like amateur radio nets. That's kind of what we use it for, but it also has a community within its own. So a lot of people, when they get the ham radio, they never hit that button to talk. And so we're hoping that this can help. It's every Monday night at 8:00. It was earlier this evening. We have sisterhood. So if you're a lady and want to talk about lady things, you can do it on Tuesday night. You have to join. You have to verify that you're a lady. That's all I'll say with that. 40-meter digital nets is every Sunday. And then we have also phone, which is voice, on Thursdays at 9:30. And then we have this new thing. And so these are all kinds of different things. Like these happen every single week, folks. You got to go to preppernet.net to learn more. We also have a PrepperNet book and movie club. The next one is April 12th. I don't know a lot about this, but I know that I think they're going to review or talk about the movie White Noise, which I have never seen in my life. So maybe I need to watch it. I don't know I think you probably have to watch it before you join that. I think that's a Zello, so everybody can get involved. I'm not sure if it's a Zello or a Zoom, but anyway, that's some of the events we have coming up. Again, they are weekly. Let's see what else we have going on here. So on May 5th, the most amazing conference, the best conference in all the world, is coming on May 5th through 7th in Harmony, North Carolina. PrepperNet is going to be there in a big way. I literally, on my last podcast, we talked about it. I'm going to just count in real time here. Forgive me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 11 of the teachers, 11 of the experts are from PrepperNet. I'm talking Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy. I'm talking Sam Kopler. Pork Chops from Ice Road Truckers are going to be there. There's a ton of people. Our guest tonight, he's going to be there teaching a class. We'll talk about what classes he's teaching. But we have 11 PrepperNet members teaching this class. We're talking who's going to be there. Let me give you some big names here. Besides Kilted Prepper, for one, but also how about Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy? How about Chris Weatherman? He was on the Alone series. Alan Kay, goodness, I haven't seen him in a couple of years. He won the first Alone. Pork Chops from Ice Road Truckers. We got Mother Goose, which is probably in the house. She's usually in the chat room. And we got Larry and Rhonda from PrepperNet. There's so many people going to be there. Oh, another guy's the Stony Ridge farmer, him and his wife. They are big time Son of and partners. And so they're going to be there. I've never met them in person. That's going to be pretty awesome. So, hey, it's going to be a good time. That is May 5th through 7th. If you're not there, you might not make it. Okay, that may be, but hey, go to mountainreadiness.com, sign up, meet us there. We're going to have a potluck dinner. Bones and Amy, Joe and Amy are going to be hanging out with us. All these people will be hanging out with PrepperNet people. Trust me, we're going to have a big old tent for PrepperNet. It's going to be awesome. Come, no matter where you're from. It's in North Carolina. If you're not there, you may not make it. So, I think I can say that. Okay. So here they are. Here's some of them. I forgot I had this slide in here. So there they all are. There's a good-looking guy right there, right beside Raymond. Well, they put us right beside each other, Raymond and I, the Kilted Prepper. So I'm going to be there teaching there as well. You can come and absolutely buy me a drink or something. I don't know. Or I can buy you one. I don't care. So let's see what's next. So giveaway. We're giving away the ultimate, unbelievable. If you don't have this package, you may pass away during the grid down. It's the Son of and giveaway. Go to preppernet.com/giveaway. preppernet.com/giveaway. If you put your email in there one time, if you do it again, it's not going to really help your chances. It literally only one email. But hey, think about it now. If you have two email addresses, that could be two entries. Don't be going to create. It has a detection too of IP addresses the way we have it set up. So, but anyway, you can enter more than once, and your wife can enter. But we're going to be giving that thing away. It's $679 plus. I did that math in my head, so it could be wrong. But that's the Son of an ultimate package right there. So preppernet.com/giveaway. Okay, another thing. How do we do this? How do we afford all this software? How do we afford $500 a month for a mailing list? How do we afford 120 meetups, which is, if you do the math on that, it's almost like 10 grand a year somewhere around. How do we buy people joining and supporting PrepperNet? That's it. $40 a year. We also have free classes that are available when you join. Some of them are let me share one. So one of them is the Family Emergency Preparedness Plan. Literally, I just finished that and put that up within the last month and a half. And a gentleman sent me an email and said, hey, we've been struggling our entire prepper career life of putting together a true family preparedness plan. I download the documents that you provide, and we feel that the first time that we have a true plan. That was a real email. He loved the documents and my teaching on that. So I teach on the important binders, family plan, spy tech workshop. Some of you guys have already seen that. Home-based business webinar, privacy, security, survival groups, intro to prepping. That is my my third book, the preparedness roadmap. But anyway, hey, if you join, you get all them for free, and you get some free books too. You get a free book from Glenn, Tate, and Shelby. You get a free book from me, downloadable. You get a free book from Dr. Arthur Bradley, the NASA engineer, about EMPs, and there may be another one. I think there's 4. So anyway, family membership, it's one membership for all there, house mouse. But yes, I'm not trying. I just want you guys to support us. And here's the reason why. So I've never made enough to pay for all this, but that's not your fault. That's my fault. I'm not worried about it. But the more people that join, go to PrepperNet.net, the more resources we have to help you guys. If you know what I do, you know the companies I own, you know that I don't need the money from PrepperNet. So anyway, with that said, just go to PrepperNet.net and sign up as a premium member. It's $40 a year. And let's see what else we got here. Oh, the next few shows. So today's April 3rd, got the Kilted Prepper. He's a city leader of our Salem, Roanoke, Virginia area, brand new one. We're going to be chatting with him tonight. He is awesome. Met him in Tennessee last year. Not next year. In 2 weeks, we'll have Larry, city leader from Northeast Tennessee. And then on May 1st, we're going to have a mystery guest. And yeah, it's so mystery, I don't know who that is yet. So I will, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. But I don't know who. But I think I have a good. He may be in the intelligence arena. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. And so now I want to introduce the Raymond. He is called the Kilted Prepper. I'm going to just bring us up big screen. You ready for this?
Sure am. Let's do it.
There he is. The Kilted Prepper is in the house. So welcome.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate having you on. And yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, you're a city leader now because I conned you into it when we were in Tennessee, and you're posting videos. You're doing all kinds of stuff. We'll get into all that a little bit later, but we got a couple other things because we kind of want to know a little bit more about you and stuff. But what do you think of PrepperNet? Kind of crazy bunch of people, huh?
I am loving PrepperNet. In fact, on a lot of my videos that I do on YouTube, I talk about PrepperNet, promote PrepperNet. I totally believe in what PrepperNet's doing. I think it's a great organization, and I know here in the Roanoke, Salem area, I'm kind of ramping the people up and pushing stuff out to them all the time. And so, yeah, I think PrepperNet is great. It's a great idea.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. And we'll still be on the screen here, I believe, if I do the button right. Yeah. So let's see what the next slide here is. There he is. So I do want to say, man, he is a former lifesaver of the United States, man. He was in the U.S. Army. He just wasn't smart enough to be in the Air Force like me, but I'm totally joking on that. But U.S. Army, and what did you do? Can I ask what you did?
Yeah, I was part of special ops during the Reagan era, and I used to jump out of planes, eat snakes, and kill monkeys.
Hey, let's take a quick break. Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at PrepperNet.com.
Yeah, I think I saw you said you jumped out of C-130. So I was in the beginning days, I was an avionics and radar guy for C-130s at a Pope Air Force Base.
No, I used to, let's see here. How am I sounding out there?
Oh, you sound good.
Okay.
And you look good.
Oh,
nice hat.
I just saw a post saying, hey, can you turn it up or something like that?
Oh, okay.
Okay. But, No, I was in Bragg for a while,
Oh,
and then I did a special duty and sent over
nice.
to Germany, and they sent a group of us over there to be the fast reactionary force for Patriot Missile, and Patriot Missile just came out at that time, and that's when also Germany had a lot of the terror groups still going on. That's before the wall came down and everything like that. Baader-Meinhof, the Red Brigade, all these others. And so a group of us was over there as attached to a battalion, and we're fast reactionary forces because.
So I used to stare. They got me in to stare at goats to try to communicate with goats. Oh, wait, sorry. That's a bad. I don't know. I didn't like that movie. It was boring, but anyway, awesome. We'll come back to you in a minute. Let's go. So we do have a dead city. It's in Charleston, South Carolina. Now, Beth G I didn't approve this with her. Usually every single time beforehand, I approve this with Beth. But she's going to probably say something in the chat in a minute. I don't think we have a leader there. So what we do is we feature a dead city. And the reason we do that is because we actually have people, a lot of people there, and we need a leader. So we got a ton of people there, and we just need a leader. We need someone to step up and take leadership in Charleston, South Carolina. And so I hope I'm right. And again, I went out on a limb and did this myself. I didn't even ask her today, so I might get in trouble. But anyway, we'll keep going. So if you're interested in that area, let us know. We will train you. We'll help you. We'll do everything almost for you except go to your meetings. We can't do that. So let's go to the next thing. So a video of the week. So Raymond, yes, that is fine for us. Thank you, Beth. So she approved my post there. Thank you. I feel okay now. Step up Charleston. Yes. So Raymond, every week I pick a video and I think it's funny. And I just thought this was funny. And, if you can't laugh, you'll probably cry. But this week, this video is called Boss Man. And I'm going to put us to the side here so we can kind of see the video. And I may play it twice so you guys can get it, because a lot of people go, I didn't hear it the first time or something. So it's quick. It's only it's not long. So let's watch the video here. I think I got another slide to go to do the video. Oh, here we go.
Hey, boss man. I woke up this morning and my vision's all messed up. Yeah. No, I ain't blind. I just can't see myself working for you no more. So this is my 2-day notice. Yep. I quit today. Hey, boss man. I woke up this morning and my vision's all messed up. Yeah. No, I ain't blind. I just can't see myself working for you no more. So this is my 2-day notice. Yep. I quit today.
I love that. My 2-day notice. I quit today. And so that brings me to this right here, guys. This is self-promotion time. Sorry, Raymond. I wrote a book on entrepreneurship for survival. This book is to help you create your own business, control your own future. If you control your paycheck, you're free. If you work for the big guy, the boss, how free are you? I mean, you could get fired, you could get laid off, your work hours could be told to you. I mean, so this book helps people start their own business. I go through all the legal stuff. I go through a lot of tax stuff. And I just published it a couple months ago. You can get it, go to preppernet.com/Amazon. But hey, it is literally to help. Hey, if you don't have a business idea, you know what? I mean, I think I got some ideas in there, from writing to doing all kinds of things. So get the book, read the book, and then get in touch with me. I will help you. So anyway, that's my book of the day goes along with that guy. Hey, I have a vision problem. I just can't see myself working for the man anymore. So next is Raymond's book of the week.
So my book of the week is
let's see.
Survive Coming Storm, The Poor Man's Guide to Preserving Your Wealth in an Economic Collapse. Whoops. What happened here?
Who wrote that book?
I wrote that
Oh,
book.
you did. We're
Yeah.
self-promoting today?
I'm self-promoting today. But with everything going on, especially with the yuan issue and everybody's jumping off the dollar and going to the yuan and everything, I wrote exactly about that in this book. And in fact, there's a organization. It was created in 2016. It's called the Asia Infrastructure Bank. And if you want to know who's going to be jumping onto the yuan, go to their website and you'll see all these countries. All these countries are going to be jumping on the yuan, and we're going to be, having some hard times. But I tell people, I show people, and talk about how to basically protect your wealth. And I give them a lot of examples, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have retirement accounts or 401ks or anything like that. So what do? How do they protect their wealth? And so I do a lot of talking about that, and I've got some good solid information about these thingy bobs.
Gosh, can I have that?
Pardon?
Can I have that one?
But get it on my go to website, or you can also go to Amazon and order it directly. I've been having a kind of like an offer deal where you get my book, and then I'm sending out a 7 gig thumb drive full of ebooks and all this other stuff, a credit card knife, P38, and I throw some other stuff in there too. But I'll put a link to that as well, or you just go to my website and learn about it there. But here's a link to my book on Amazon, and you can get it there. But if you order and it's for $40, and if you email me, because I think I only have 5 packages left.
Okay.
And so just email me, ray@raymondmhor.com, and tell me that you're interested in it. I'll give you the link on how to get it, and then I'll get you a packet right out. And in fact, if you're a woman, my wife has something special for you. So we'll add that to the pack as well.
Well, I want to get something special too. I can't even do my voice like that. Oh my goodness. So, that's awesome. So believe it or not, I got a meeting, not this Friday, but the 14th. This is, I guess, 2 weeks away. And you don't have that on audio, do you?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay. So I got to buy that and read that before the meeting.
Yeah.
Because we're talking, that's exactly what we'll be talking about.
How about we do a book trade? I would love to read your entrepreneur book, and I'll send you all my books.
I'll send you all mine. Maybe.
Cool. I think I have one of yours.
Oh, do you?
Your Christian.
Is it holding your table level?
Pardon?
Is it holding your table level?
No,
underneath the leg.
My library right here, and I think I'm almost positive I have your book.
Okay.
The Christian survival book.
That's awesome. I love it. Willing and dealing. So yeah, that is awesome. So I do have to. I got some questions for you.
Sure.
Why are you wearing that funny looking hat? And why are you the kilted? What do you? I mean, come on.
Here's what happened is way back when I did the whole DNA thing, and found out that I've got a lot of Scottish blood.
Okay.
And then Irish and Scandinavian and everything. And then I read a book series called Outlander. And that was before the show and all this other stuff. So I really got intrigued. I started a group on Facebook back in 2014 called Real Men Wear Kilts. And then with the help of my wonderful, wonderful wife, today we've got over 23,000 members of Real Men Wear Kilts. And so I just wear kilts all the time. And these are all my little trinkets and everything I got on my hat and all that other stuff. And so a lot of people know me by my beret. And,
yes, I met you the first time in Tennessee. I forgot the name of that expo.
It was the Knoxville something.
Yeah. And I met you and I'm like, okay, what's up with the kilt? And so can any man wear that, or is that Scottish?
Any guys can wear a kilt. And that's something with the little group that we have is it's worldwide. We have kilties. We call it kilties all over the world. All it is about wearing kilts.
Okay.
And some guy wear the blue jean kilt, some guy wear the whole formal thing. Some guys, when the weather is better, I wear kilts all the time. And it's just,
I got a
walk around,
question.
you know, everybody talks about me. Well, not really everybody talks about me, but you know, people see me on the street and everything. You know,
So I got a
Walmart
question.
shopping and all that other
Just
stuff.
between me and you, no one else, just us. I mean, do you wear underwear under that? I won't tell anyone, but
officially I do, because
okay.
if the wind blows, here it is considered obscene exposure or something, indecent exposure.
Okay.
If the wind blows right and shows off too many parts, then I could actually get arrested. So I was advised that it's a good idea, because it's really windy here too, to wear undergarments in the nether regions, so that I'm not flashing some old lady and she throws me in jail.
So will I look nuts if I wear one, because they look so comfortable? It's like a dress, though.
It's super comfortable. I mean, they're super comfortable, and actually they're pretty warm. I'm going to be wearing it in mountain readiness, and I mean,
okay.
that I wear them all the time. But yeah, they're super comfortable. The only negative is that some of them don't have pockets. Now, you can buy a utility kilt; those have pockets and everything. But that sporing, you know, you stick your keys and your cell phone and all your other EDC gear and everything like that.
Do you use the holster? Do you use like the crack holster?
No, I actually wear
I'm just kidding.
belly band holster.
Okay, so you can still carry a gun with it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So belly band. I was trying an inside the waistband, but it just didn't work. So it doesn't. It's kind of tough with the kilt.
That is awesome, and that's a good niche. I mean, people know you when they see your kilt.
Yep,
and
I'm the Kilted Prepper, so people just know me.
So I was not smart enough when I got into this to come up with some kind of alias. You know, I said, "How about Batman?" And they go, "No." How about Superman? No. I mean, so I was not. Everyone has aliases, and not me. So I didn't at the time that I literally came and started doing PrepperNet. I don't want to tell people, but I will tell people. But like 2 years before that, I was on you familiar with a business journal?
Oh yeah.
So I was on the front cover of every business journal in the United States.
Wow, cool. Dude.
Because my company, we were hiring dropout teenagers and putting them in jobs, because in the early years of 2000, technology people that knew what they were doing were hard to come by. And so that was, and so I'm like, I can't come up with some name. People know me, but come to find out, probably less people read the business journal than I thought they did. Cause I thought, well, gosh, this is going to change my life. It didn't do jack. and then I sold the company. But anyway, so you're the Kilted Prepper. You're married. I've seen your wife on your show a couple times.
We do Saturday Night Live.
And, tell us about that.
Saturday Night Live every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's me, the Kilted Prepper, and Cynthia.
And Cynthia, okay.
She's and Cynthia. But yeah, we do that. And last week's show, we actually tried some beef TVP, beef textured vegetable protein, ate it live on air. And what I do when I ever try some of the survival food, I'll make it just straight out of the can, or however, and then I'll augment it and kick it up a notch. And
so what do you think of that? Because I'll tell you why. Because at Son of Them, we've created a survival food, but it's not like preppers wouldn't buy this. This is kind of survival food you send to third world countries. And we put it in our mix, and it tastes dang good. Is it bad for you or anything?
No, beef TVP is basically, well, if you're allergic to gluten, it'll mess you up, because basically it's wheat gluten. And what they've done is they've augmented the taste and everything like that. They have beef TVP, ham TVP, bacon TVP. Bacon bits is bacon TVP. Nice. And then taco TVP. If you've ever gotten tacos at Jack in the Box or Taco Bell, they also mix beef TVP into it, or taco TVP and stuff, to make it expand the meat and everything. But it's actually pretty decent by itself. Was pretty nah. Yeah. But then also a couple weeks ago, we did the 4 Patriots 72-hour kit. and taste tested that and everything and stuff. So
I've watched you several times and commented.
Yeah, I've seen you.
Yeah.
So, but we just have this last Saturday show, something happened and we got a break in the show. I hit my mouse on something and it just
and I saw one you were talking about gold and silver as well. And so, but I got to get that book. I got to read it before next Friday. So we'll see how that goes. It just will be helpful because I'm meeting with a bunch of men here in Charlotte, kind of like I won't say it's a prayer breakfast, but it's a bunch of my friends that I kind of get together and we talk about the world ending. And I mean, these are businessmen. These people are running multi-million-dollar companies, and we sit down and eat and and there's lawyers because there's so many lawyers in there. And we just talk about what we need to do, what's going on in the world, what our families need to be doing to be ready. And because as men, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, people, but as men, I feel like I'm not in charge, but I'm kind of the head of the household, and which everyone knows that I listen to everything my wife tells me. but it's my role to make money, to protect my family, and to provide for my family. And if you believe different than that, we just disagree. And so that's what these men are for. We get together and we talk about, okay, dollar may collapse. What do we need to do with our money? What do we need to do? We all need to get food, all that kind of thing. So it's not a prepping group per se, but it's just a bunch of successful men that are concerned about the future.
And then just kind of give a plug for PrepperNet. And this is another reason why I promote PrepperNet is there's a lot of new people coming into the prepper community and they're deeply concerned. And the wonderful thing about PrepperNet is I've seen that people are very accepting and very welcoming and very helpful and things. Whereas in some of these other Facebook groups, new people come in and, some of these people in these groups just dog them. Oh, you should have done this 5 years ago. Where were you? And it's like, no, man,
right.
I want allies versus enemies. The more allies I have means less bullets going down range.
And if we accepted you, a man that wears a dress, I'm sorry, it's not a dress. I'm sorry.
I get it all the time.
We accept a lot of people, and we are about preparedness. And we're not about a political party. I have my political views, and I share them. You'll hear them come out in my podcasts and things, and sometimes on here. But when you're at PrepperNet, man, it's about getting prepared and meeting other people. You cannot survive alone. You got to have a community, a tribe, a group, whatever you want to call it. And that is what PrepperNet is about. And you are stepping up and you said, hey, I like to start a city with preppers and let's see how it goes. Have you even had your first meeting yet?
We haven't had a first meeting yet. I've been trying to get it going. It's been kind of cold here, so there really hasn't been much. And then finding a good venue where we get, so I've got at least now two venues that I can hold meetings at. And then, but I just put out to the group, hey man, what do you want to do? Listen, let's start talking about classes and events and everything like that. And what I put out for the Salem, the Salem group and everything is, here, let me bring it up real quick. But I'm willing to, what I would like to do is, and I'm reading this off of my announcement is, I would like to host maybe a test your bug out bag weekend. And I did that when I was in Texas. It was a lot of fun, very, very successful. And a lot of people learned a lot of stuff and how bad they're failing with their bug out bags.
Yes.
And then local wild edibles and cooking with them. I can teach about cooking, preserving, and dehydrating. I can teach about, what to do with your gardens. I can teach about building a worm bin and fertilizer and everything. And so I put this out to the folks there on PrepperNet for the Salem Roanoke group. And I want to hear what other people want to do or what maybe they can teach, what they can host, and then what do they want to learn. And then I've also posted that to our meetup group as well. So I'm trying to get some things moving here, and And then I post my videos all the time, especially our Saturday Night Live.
You do more videos than anybody I've ever seen. Holy moly! Every week, every day, it seems like you're posting a video.
I mean, it's
you're
there's so
good
much
at that.
information going on out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, preppers need to stay ahead of the ball, ahead of the curve, because when SHTF happens, then you want to be able to react before the rest of the mob wakes up, because the rest of the mob may take a 24, 48 or a couple weeks or a couple months or whatever. But the more time you have ahead of that curve, the better. And so that gives you more time. That's why we prep, is to give us that leeway, that insurance, that spread in the gap, so that we're not out there with the sheeple fighting for everything and, getting toilet paper, man. Just remember toilet paper.
TP Prepper. So I don't get in trouble. Beth has asked a question, and I'm going to throw up on the screen here, because if I don't get to that, then she's going to get really mad at me. So what are you teaching at Mountain Readiness?
What I'm teaching at Mountain Readiness is dehydration. So many preppers have dehydrators, and all they do is beef jerky. And so what I'm really covering
wait, you can dehydrate other food than beef jerky?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Like sauerkraut. And, sounds really weird.
You got me. I'm not. But anyway, weird. There's other things.
It's really good. You're going to try some when you're there. I'm going to be bringing some with me. But there's just all kinds of things that you can dehydrate, and a lot of people can't afford freeze dryers. They're too expensive for a lot of people. Dehydrators are the way to go. You can dehydrate food that will last 20, 25 years. And so it's a great way. Something what our great grandpeople all the way back to Egypt used to do.
Right.
So but I love dehydrating, and I do all kinds of weird stuff and everything. So I'm actually writing a book that's going to be, I'm debuting it there at the conference at Mountain Readiness. And it is, let me see here. My working title is Hints, Tips, and Tricks and Bizarre Recipes for Your Dehydrator.
Wow.
Using your dehydrator for the ultimate purpose. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a lot of, we're going to have a lot. I have a lot of, weird stuff and weird recipes, and, really trying to get the full benefit out of your dehydrator and everything.
So everyone needs two dehydrators, one for beef jerky and one for everything else. Okay.
Everything else.
So I got a question. I didn't know this. Your books, until we were talking tonight. What other books have you written? Do you mind showing us?
I've actually written 8 books. I've pulled them back because I need to re-edit them.
Okay.
But of course, I have the,
is that if that's the one you want to share, that's fine. Yeah. The coming guide.
But I've got another book that I wrote, and this is one I wrote for home security.
Okay.
And it's called When a Gun is Not the Answer. Because there's a lot of people that are freaking out about guns, or don't have guns, or can't have guns, or anything. When I was living in Central America, I couldn't own a gun. And so I learned a lot of other weapons. I really got good with my katana and other things and other weapons. But I really teach in the book how to basically when the bad guy's just entering your property, be alerted. And so you have a lot of forewarning and everything. I hate house alarms that when they break in, they're already in. By the time of the alarm. I believe in preemptive measures and all that other stuff. And so I talk a lot about those things in my book, and things that you can do, as well as a lot of different weapons that you can use. I'm a big fan of a wakizashi. It's a small samurai sword, or a machete. But a wakizashi is a two-handed. You can use it two-handed.
How about these tools?
Pardon?
These deadly weapons.
Yeah. Well, that means you got to get close into it. Excuse me. But where with swords, tomahawks, things like that, it's those are really great home defense weapons. So, there's an article.
Are you a ninja?
Pardon? No.
Are you a secret ninja? Okay.
Nah, no. But there's some articles in here. I don't show the pictures. You can Google it. Google Home Invaders samurai sword. Okay. And you can see some pictures of people that have been just hacked to pieces with samurai swords and everything. Samurai swords do a lot of damage, you know, on a home invader. But I talk a lot of things on whole different aspects of basically fortifying your home, because I'm a bug in person. I'm not a bug out person. So I believe in defending the castle, fortifying the castle. And if people really want to break in and harm my family, then they're going to have to shed some blood for it. Yeah, and then finally, one more book.
I got 5,000 people live less than a mile from me. So I'm a bug out person. But depends on where you live. Okay, what's this one called?
This might find another book, and you get this really inexpensively on Amazon. But this is called my Quick Start Guide, and this is I go into great detail. I give people, you know, meal plans or buying plans and everything, and how to do it, how to get started. Realistic. My motto is realistic prepping for real people. And the problem with so many things in today's world, Forrest, is that they've really gotten into this Hollywood crap and all the cool guy gear and everything like that. Instead of just down and dirty, get realistic with your prepping and everything. And so that's what I cover in this book, is really help the newbie.
Nice.
Because we're seeing a whole bunch of newbies come in.
Right.
And so I want to help the newbie and get them rolling.
Did you have them for sale in Tennessee?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know why I didn't see. I must have been. I don't know.
I don't think you came to my table, bro. And we were only right beside each other.
I was a little scared of you, actually. Yeah. I'm like, what?
You had all those people talking to you too, and everything. But
yeah, lines and lines of people. Yeah. So what's your channel and or your mission all about in the prepping? And let's do that question first. What is your objective?
I really feel pulled to help the new person. I mean, I am seeing so many new people come in with so many questions and everything, and like it or not, they are having to eat the elephant. And so it's just, if they would have started, 5-10 years ago or however many years ago or something like that, they would have been doing good, but they're having to do a lot of catch up. And in today's economy, today's market and everything like that, that's getting harder and harder to do. So what I do is I really try to work with people, help them, give them good, viable information and realistic information and things that they can do to really help, get them prepping, because so many people get washed. I mean, brought into this, again, cool guy gear and Hollywood stuff, that by the, if SHTF ever happened, they're going to go, oh, crap, man, why did I buy all this stupid gear and I don't have anything to eat? And
that's a good point. One of my biggest beef is I just bought a new bug out bag, and it's expensive. I mean, not everything has to be expensive, but when you get to a point, you're like, okay, I want that next big thing. But for beginners, and you say, hey, first you got to go buy a handgun. Oh, it's going to cost $700. You're like, oh my gosh. And I mean, if they're not told what to buy, they can make, like when I got into prepping, I bought a Catadine water filter, a pump. It was the best on the market. So my first purchase was like $299 or $319 something, and I'm like, dang, that's a water filter. Okay, I'm going to save up money so I can buy something next month. Which I didn't know that it was like a Sawyer water filter for $20 that can do just about the same thing. But so the new preppers, the big thing is making sure they get the information they need before they spend all the money. Yeah,
I mean, I show a lot of products in the book, and I give links that they can go to, and great alarm system for your driveway, and defending your home. So I teach a lot of people. And in fact, what is that brand? Is right on the tip of my tongue. 9mm. It's made in America, in Ohio. When you run out of ammo, you can throw it as a brick. Oh gosh. And everybody jokes about this handgun. And it's one of anybody out there know that handgun? You can buy it for like $200, and they're made in Ohio.
Is it a Taurus?
No. Taurus is South America.
South America. Well, I carry a Glock. That's what studs carry. Glocks
too. Hey, and like people to do is is start, if you can't afford a Glock, then go out and buy I want to say HK, but it's not HK. High Point. Thank you. High Point C9.
Yeah.
A High Point C9 is about $250, $275.
Yeah.
That shoots rounds. They go down range. That's all you care about. And so you can get a High Point for that. And then, you've got at least have some sort of weapon. And then I really push on food. And then I push on water filters, and then maintaining. That's why I love, dehydrators. I've got a Nutrimil, stone mill. I've got, all these other things that help me maintain then, because your food's going to run out. So how do you maintain?
Right.
And then I really push people on getting a garden going and securing their house.
How about comms? Do you do comms?
I do talk about comms and everything. In fact, I'm a big fan. I mean, I just saw someone talking about the Baofeng UV5. I love them, and I'm a ham guy. But the great thing with the Baofeng is that you can hijack it and do a GMRS radio in it too. So it's ham and GRMS.
So the reason I like the Baofeng, I do have more expensive ones. I have Anytones and I have other ones, but ICOM. But the Baofeng
we're talking folks getting started,
right?
And so $35, man, you can't go wrong with.
If that thing breaks, you throw it in the trash can and you open up the next box.
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
So my red one's a 10 watt and this one's an 8 watt. So, but yeah, it's really teaching, helping people ramp up and everything. And then, I do consulting. While you're talking about bug out bags, I just, equipped a guy with a bug out bag, and it's going to be about $1,500, but it's all quality gear for him and his family. It's for him and his family bug out, and, but yeah, it's about $1,500.
Yeah. I helped a family several years ago with bug out bags, and they're a very wealthy family, and their bags were in the couple thousands of dollars a piece. And we created 7 of them. He spent a lot of money, but I don't really have, the guy was a celebrity and he still is, but I don't really have contact with him now, but we put some nice equipment in there. And he's like, dude, just give me just give me the best. I don't care about the price. But you can also, I was telling you, I saw some good videos, people on bug out bags that, I mean, they're doing a bug out bag for $600 and it's got like everything and decent stuff. And so,
I mean, and that's another thing I want to do with our group here in Salem is, and as I used to do this in Texas, is take people on a bug out bag purchase at Walmart. And so bring your bug out bag and let's fill it at Walmart. And I go down every aisle in Walmart and lecture on everything. It takes about 2-3 hours to do. And it's amazing. People start filling their bug out bags really quickly. And towards the end, they're starting dumping stuff. And, but I'm going to be doing a class on that. At least that's one of my goals too, is teach people realistic bug out bags.
Right.
And then here is, I have the area to do some camping and everything where we live, and do a bug out bag test your bag.
So we test our bag. So the joke around PrepperNet is Beth and her bug out bag, because it has changed. At one point, I bet it was probably 300 pounds. And so what she's done, she's taken everything from her bug out bag and she puts it in her car, but she still carries it with her. So you can't ride in her car because she looks like a homeless person in there. And now she's taking her bug out bag and making it smaller and smaller and smaller, but she still has everything right there in her car. It's like, that's kind of cheating.
Hey, but if it works for her, then that's the good deal, man. And you got to find what works for you.
Yeah. And so her car may weigh twice as much of the capacity it's supposed to carry with her stuff in there. So how do you see right now the prepping industry? What's good about it and what's bad about it? Because there's a lot of new people coming. PrepperNet's growing I'll say by the tens of thousands. This year we've grown. In all our meetups, thousands and thousands. I would say over 10,000 people in the last couple months. what's good and bad for newbies when they're looking at preppers, kind of like, I guess, on YouTube and Facebook?
There's a lot of great channels out there. You definitely want to watch the Kilted Prepper, but there's a number of really good channels, and then there's a lot of channels out there that are just selling doom and gloom or really hard pushing product. Now, I admit I push product, but everything I push is something I own. And something I use, and something that I'm getting ready to purchase, or something. But I don't just push product because to push product and everything. And but biggest thing is don't get wrapped up in the hype, and don't panic.
Right.
People panic by like crazy. And again, that's why I did this guide, is to help you not panic by, and really get a handle so that you can make very smart decisions and make it be economic, and just don't go crazy on everything, and don't get wrapped up in all the cool guy gear.
Right.
Where is it? Here's a cool guy gear. But this is a cool guy gear that I use all the time. This is my Leatherman.
Yep.
It's the Scale Tool CX. I love this thing. It's totally got great features on it, but it has everything you need, not everything you want. So and it has a bottle opener too. So
one of my friends, and I love this lady, she said, if you're a stay-at-home person, why do you promoting the bug out bag? And I'm just saying, hey, I love you, but oh my gosh, you got people that have all kinds of scenarios that's listening to you. So you're going to train everyone.
Yeah.
You just can't train everyone to stay at home. If you told me not to have a bug out bag, I'm like, you're nuts. I'm going to the next guy, because I'm not staying here when the crap hits the fan.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of get home bags, and my get home bag is packed. I keep it probably about 80% packed. And but my get home bag, I have it every time I go anywhere that's going to be a long distance or anything, or overnight or anything like that. And it's pretty much built like a bug out bag. So, but I believe in get home bags and stuff. But one of the reasons I bug in is because history shows that the defender always has the advantage, and and so I'm just, and then I'm up there in age. I'm not humping around and everything. And then here's another thing: watch the show Naked and Afraid. Me and my wife watch Naked and Afraid all the time, and so you learn a lot watching Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
And it really gives you an eye opener. It's like, oh wow, how I'm going to go out in the woods and bug out. If you don't, and that's another thing you were talking about. What do people buy into? Oh, I'm going to get my bug out bag. That's the first thing I got to do. Well, okay, you got to bug out. Where are you going to bug out to? And so if you don't have a place to bug out to, you're just going to be cannon fodder to everybody. And
so I have so much gear. I did a bug out. PrepperNet did this bug out week, and talk about bug out bags and more concepts and how to pack it, and not really the actual tools in there. And I did that because I wanted to go through my bug out bag, because I literally own, I know someone was talking about Leatherman here, about having in your pockets. Yeah. I own probably 20 Leatherman. I mean, but I found 3 in one bag in my bug out. I'm like, because sometimes I'm like, oh, that one goes to this bag, and I stick it in there. So I had to go through my whole bag. And what I decided was, for me, my get home bag is probably more important than my bug out bag, because I have caches that are stored. I don't know if you've probably never listened to it, but I have caches. And when you start to do caches, you literally take money out of your wallet and you bury it in the ground. It's hard to do, but I have caches. So when I bug out, I don't need a lot of food. I've got food buried from, I tell people my retreat is in Miami, Florida, because everybody wants to know where my retreat is. It's on the beach of Miami, Florida. So that means I have caches from here all the way down to Miami, Florida. So I don't need to carry food. I don't need to carry a lot of ammo. I just got to make it to my next stop. So my bug out bag is once I started thinking about this and the weight and all this kind of stuff, I'm like, So my get home bag is, I'm around Charlotte and I got to get to Charlotte. If I go out of Charlotte nowadays, I'm going to a prepper conference, and that's probably the safest I'll be ever, but so I put more importance on my get home bag than I did my bug out bag, is what I'm saying. But I had so many tools. I had the silky saw. I've got like 4 of them. And literally one day at the house, I was wanting to use it for like real yard work. I'm like, I need one of these. And I'm like, where the heck is that sucker? And so I went through one of my bags and I'm like, oh, there's 2 of them. Right. I'm like, why do I have 2 in here? So that's why we did the bug out week is just so I had so many tools. I had to go find them and separate them. They're not supposed to be together. You're not supposed to be twins in there. So,
totally agree.
So, you write books, you do your videos on Saturday evenings.
I'm posting videos all the time on my YouTube channel. If you go to my website, RaymondMhor.com or KiltedPrepper.com, and I'm always writing articles and everything. And so, big thing right now that I'm getting ready to do a video on and write some articles on is the Marburg virus. And I don't know if you saw the articles come out today. Marburg virus is starting to ramp up. And then
is that the Marlboro? Is that a cigarette virus?
No, not the cigarette virus.
Okay, tell us more about this.
Marburg virus is in Africa, Tanzania, and it starts with a G.
Ghana.
Guyana. And so more and more cases, and it's actually related to Ebola. So it's an Ebola type of sickness. Thing is, there is no cure for this one. You get it, you die. And then it's not airborne. It's strictly touch, body fluids, everything touch, but clothing, you can get it from clothing and everything, kind of like the Black Plague and stuff. But what's interesting is the current administration has come out. In fact, the president came out a couple of days ago and was talking about, well, when the second, pandemic hits, and he was using those words. And so, are we gonna start seeing something happen here and everything? And I don't want to talk conspiracy or anything like that, but
nothing can cure it, huh? Nothing that we know of at this point.
There's nothing. It's not curable. Like I said, it's related to Ebola.
Okay,
and it's spread originally. It comes from fruit bats, and so it's crossed over into humans, and so it's pretty. I don't know the survivability rate. I have not looked to research that up yet. But if it is related to Ebola, there is the ability to survive Ebola, but you got to catch it really fast.
Let me tell you a story about Ebola. I have a connection to it. So, y'all remember the lady they brought back from overseas that had Ebola to Atlanta, Georgia? Mm-hmm. Her name was Nancy Wright Bowl. Mm-hmm. Why do I know her? She's from Charlotte, North Carolina, and we worked together in the youth group as her sons, Jeremy, and I forgot her other son's name, were youth, and we were co-leaders of that youth group. Wow. So I know the whole family, and they very God-loving family, all of them. Mm-hmm. And she made it. She did make it. She was, she beat the statistics for sure. Okay. I got another question for you.
Yep.
This is straight from Senator Jordan, from our representative in Congress. What is he doing?
Well, in fact, this is a book that I wrote.
Oh, okay. Surviving the coming. Oh, God. How many books? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got 4.
This one I'm actually rewriting right now.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But I'm rewriting to bring it up to date. And I've been really thinking about doing this for Marlboro.
Gotcha.
Now you got me talking about cigarettes.
So my question is this: you actually mentioned it. So one of the things that came out today is that there's more purchasing of oil today in the yuan than the petrodollar.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for us over the next year or 2 years when the petrodollar is not going to be we control the world with the dollar. Let me tell you just a little summary. When everything was traded and oil was traded with the petrodollar, then we could put sanctions on countries. We could, in a sense, be the world police, and it would secure our economy. But all of a sudden now, when we can't do that, we have less power. And, some people say the dollar will crash at this point. Mm-hmm. So what do you give us some advice of what to do, what's going to happen and all that?
Well, as any empire, especially when it comes to currency devaluating and going under and everything, it isn't like it happens overnight. It's usually a slow burn, and then it drops off the cliff. And so what we're seeing right now, we've been seeing kind of ever since for the past 2 years. Let's just say that since the new administration has come in, they've been making some very foolish decisions, and so because of what they've been doing, they've been alienating a lot of other nations and so forth. And so these other nations are really getting upset. And so China and Russia now has come in and say, hey, let's start doing, let's skip the dollar, because Russia's been annexed out. They've been, I can't do this, I can't do that. They've been closing accounts and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So Russia's been saying, well, we need to figure out how to still do world trade. And so they got together with China and say, hey, let's do world trade in the yuan. So they've been trading with the yuan. And then now they've been upping their game for the BRICS nations. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. China and Russia are now trading in the yuan. Just a couple days ago, last week actually, mm-hmm. Brazil chose to start using a yuan with transactions. India has now dumped the dollar and moving to rupees and the yuan. And then it's going to look like Saudi Arabia is going to be joining probably BRICS. Saudi Arabia's already joined Shanghai SCO Cooperation Group organization.
So what does that mean for us in America?
It means that what's happening right now is we're dying a death of 1,000 cuts. And so what's going to happen is more and more countries are going to be dropping our debt or T-bills, mm-hmm. and selling them off and everything. And nobody's going to want to buy them anymore because we're a debtor's nation.
Right.
And so we run everything on debt and on oil. And since the Saudi Arabia refused to sign the contract again last year, they basically said, now we're going to trade oil for in any currency that people want to. And so that's gotten rid of the petrodollar. And so oil is no longer tied to that. So another thing is our debt, and people are getting sick and tired of holding our debt and everything like that. Now, the positive thing going for us is that we do have a pretty badass army, great, incredible technology. And I mean, we lead the world in technology. We do lead the world in technological warfare. And we've got a pretty bad army, Navy. And so we do have a lot of things going for us and things, but it's, what we need to do is bring more manufacturing here and everything. But in the meantime, what does that mean for us? We're going to see higher prices. And so what I'm telling people right now is start buying tangible assets, and tangible assets being gold, silver. If you want to buy that Excalibur dehydrator right now, now's the time to buy it. If you want to buy a tiller, you want to buy that, or whatever, buy these tangible assets. Think 10 years out so that you're ready to basically weather whatever storm for the next 10 years and everything. And, I talk a lot about it in this book right here. Mm-hmm. And, but we're going to see a slow burn, and, are we going to see a Great Depression or something like that? It's quite possibly. Like it or not, we are in a recession right now. And
that's funny you say that, because I just talked to my editor that I'm thinking about doing a book about taking this is not going to be the name, but it's like 25 lessons learned from the recession. Let's put it down on paper, and then back that up, what you need to do right now mm-hmm. to get through that. And so I don't know. I looked, all the books that are like that are written by Wall Street people. They're like, by gold and silver. It's not written by preppers that I've seen. So I've been thinking about that. I've noodled it around. I've asked Beth, and Beth gives me permission.
I Somebody wrote it.
Well, maybe I need to read that then. Absolutely.
I mean, I talk about buying scotch. I talk about,
that's because you're Scottish.
Beans, bullets, and other
okay
stuff.
I will check that
There's
book
a
out.
lot of things in here that people don't think about. Toys, antique toys, I even talk about.
Toys. So, I like toys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell people right now, I have no affiliation with a company called Glint, Glint. What you do is, so if the dollar crashes, your dollar's gone. But what I do is I buy gold, and it is literally real gold in a vault. And I can use that. So if the dollar crashes, my gold will go up in price and my MasterCard will still be available. We're going to go to some kind of currency, and MasterCard and Visa will still be kind of doing their thing. And it's just, I don't put a lot of money there, but I have some money there that is, as the dollar goes down, my gold goes up, and it's called spendable gold. If you want your gold, they'll send it to you. I have no affiliation. I just think it's a cool concept, and I don't want to lose all my cash. So I put I do use Glint, and you can check it out for yourself. There are other cards that do something like that too, but gold and silver is going to be king when the dollar crashes.
And that's why I tell people to do this. Something that I learned about Knoxville was called goldbacks.
Oh yeah.
And goldbacks, these are great. And I love these. Great idea. And what it is this is an impregnated. This one is 1/200th of an ounce of gold.
So if you mount that down, you can get gold out.
And then this is 1/1000th or 1/1000th of a ounce of gold.
Okay.
And so they come in different denominations, and you can definitely feel the weight and so forth. But for someone who's looking into getting into gold and everything, this is a great way to go, because they're inexpensive. You are getting gold. And I can see people using, 5 states already, or 6 states already use this as legal tender.
I have to tell you, they asked me to sell that and be a broker, and I actually chose not to do it. But anyway, I do have some. There's a question on the screen here. Should we be concerned about government overreach? They never overreach. What are you, crazy? A military by a Department of Defense.
Be careful what memes you post.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
The government's always going to overreach, and we just have to get used to it. That's why I will say this: the perfect prepper, I've never used that term before, is one that is not in the system. They control their own inflow of money. If that's just selling to their neighbors, cows, chicken, pigs, they control, or they've got enough money they can just kind of get out of the system. They're not. The more you are out of the system, the less control anyone has over you. And that's being out of debt too.
Yeah. And that's, the thing is too, and this is again another reason why I love PrepperNet, is that it helps you create mutual assistance groups. And that's something that I'm really working hard on. And once we start moving with the group here, I'm going to be really working at, hey, let's set up some comms, let's set up some barter trade systems, let's set up, what other mutual assistance sort of things that we need to do and everything, because it does. And I hate using this term, it takes a village, but the Lone Ranger always dies. And, but that's something that you need to do and everything. And, things that people can start doing now is just start stocking your pantry. Food is going to be king. Is a great investment. It's one of the best investments you can get. And then start planting a garden, folks. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the fertilizer issues or the seed issues or anything. And in fact, it just came out today. California is getting so inundated with rain that the farmers are not even able to plant seed in the ground. And so that means California, which is one of our bread baskets, is not going to be producing.
They produce a lot of nuts. I want to answer Lee's question. Lee, if you join as a premium member, it's $40 a year, and you go through my class I have on starting a home-based business, I help you. I've told people that take that at the end, give me an email, let's talk on the phone. I will help you. I've helped start hundreds of business. I've started probably 30 businesses myself. I own 11 or so now. It is, I will help you. But people have to take the first step. They have to take initiative.
Mm-hmm.
but I will give you ideas. I will literally help you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
anything you can to
also,
make extra money. Absolutely.
leave. Something else that you can do is go to your antique stores and start looking for Liberty dimes. You can pick up a Liberty dime for a couple bucks and start slowly building. Prepping is not something you do overnight. Prepping is a lifestyle, and it's something that you live. And so it's baby steps. This is another great baby step right here is, gold back. This costs somewhere about $4 or $5, but you're slowly buying gold. What you want to do is just slowly do stuff and, allocate maybe $5 every time you go to the grocery store. And so I'm going to buy $5 of something for my preps. And
I would probably buy food first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely food.
Yeah.
So this person said, what's the name of the radio? I think that was a Baofeng radio.
Baofeng.
You could, hey, Rita, go to PrepperNet, to the comms, join it and say, hey, tell me about the Baofeng radio or what I need to buy. And you'll have experts helping you all over because we have a whole group. Yep, that's it right there. So here's another question. It says, how's success regarding to recruiting, sustain a small local prepper group? Dude, that is exactly what I teach my survival group. I teach you how to find people, things not to say, things to say, that is my thing. So go and watch my survival groups, survival tribe, community, whatever you want to call it. And I teach you like how to form one, how not to form one, all that stuff. So, go to that, join preppernet.net and you will find some unbelievable information there and check your voicemail. Oh, Rita Harris. Oh, yes, Rita, you did call me today. I did get that. I haven't gotten the message. I've been doing a podcast and all kinds of stuff since like 4:00. So yes, I get to you I love you, Rita, but I'll get to you when I'm not busy. Sorry. And I'm sure Beth has probably already texted me saying, hey, you need to call Rita. So let's see here. What else we got here? Any more questions? Baofeng, someone put it on. Who did that? That was Beth. Channel scanner. So we've been doing this an hour and 12 minutes. That's a little bit about where we want to end. So what kind of, I need the best advice you can give in like 3 minutes. Then I need all your digits, all your website. I mean, you're on everything. Oh my gosh. There's not a social media that you don't post to. And I just give me everything you can. This is your 5-minute sales pitch, but first give us the best advice you could possibly give us.
Buy food, plant a garden, rip up that stinking grassy backyard of yours, and then go out and get a High Point C9 if you don't have any guns. But the most critical part is food is your primary investment right now. Buy food like crazy because food prices are going to go up like horribly, and it's just going to continue to skyrocket. So it's better to buy rice at $1 a bag right now versus $20 a bag. And then another good advice is look for your local Mormon cannery, or they sell to the public. I'm not Mormon, but I can go there, buy wheat, rice, beans, all this other stuff. And then, or also, if you live in Mennonite or Amish country, you can always find the Mennonite grocery stores and everything. They have also wheat, rice, beans, a lot of these dry goods and everything that you can get very, pretty inexpensively and everything. So, but food is your number one thing.
And I'm going to throw something in there. I'm going to interrupt you. Join Raymond's group on PrepperNet.net because he puts also unbelievable deals to buy stuff like at half price from like Augustin Farms. He does his videos. So go when you join PrepperNet.net, go join, look his group out and join his group. Okay, now finish up.
My email. Go to my website, thekiltedprepper.com. Look in the upper right-hand corner and sign up for a free newsletter. I'm always sending out buy alerts. I keep an eye on Amazon products and sales and everything, so I'm always sending out buy alerts. I'm always giving product reviews and articles, videos. And then also, I just started a Telegram group. Telegram is a great app. It's encourage. You don't like Telegram?
I don't, but everyone. I'm more of a Discord person. But yeah, that's fine. I'm
Telegram
just kidding with
is
you.
they don't stomp on your privacy. They don't edit you, and it's
Yep.
encrypted.
Yep.
And so I like that, but I have a news group, and
Okay.
and I zap out news to people that
Mhm.
and I'm beating the mainstream media by 24, 48 hours of the
Nice.
news that I get.
Did you mention a dehydrator book? The one you're
Yes.
writing, you don't have a name for that, do you?
I do have a name for it. It's a working title. It's called Hints, Tips, Tricks, and Bizarre Recipes for Your Dehydrator.
And that'll be out in a month or so?
It's going to be debuting at the Mountain Readiness.
Okay.
But it will be on Amazon probably at the same time that week. So I should have it done in about 4 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks. That's my goal. But get that book, and it's all about dehydrating. Get my other books. Just look for Raymond Mhor on Amazon.
He's on every social media. Yeah. And hey, Beth, if you would take care of that one somehow.
But Kilted Prepper, and so
give us all your digits. Where can we find you?
Okay,
give us your big speech here.
On Facebook. You want to get a hold of me, get on Facebook. I live on Facebook. Instant messages is a great way to go. It's Raymond Mhor, Mhor. My website is raymondmhor.com, mhor.com, or thekiltedprepper.com. On YouTube, it's at the Kilted Prepper, and you find me there. Like, subscribe, and share. And when you do, ring that little bell so that you get notified when I place new videos and lives. So do that. And then I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Gab. I'm on Truth Social. And I really don't work those mediums. It's more just to push my message out. But I really work Facebook. I really work YouTube. And
you're on PrepperNet.net. You have your own group there.
Yeah, I work PrepperNet.net. I'm always posted on there too.
And tell them about your city your city you just started too.
Salem, Roanoke. We're here in Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain area.
And so if you're in this area, they'll have monthly events and teaching. I mean, great teaching.
I'm square. I've got 2 venues right now squared away where I can start doing classes. And so it's just been difficult finding venues and everything like that. And then also I'm seriously thinking about doing a bug out, host a bug out bag test here at my property, at my house. And because we got the space to do it and everything. And then just do other things here in the Salem, Roanoke area. I know that in my own personal, I need to get them on PrepperNet and I need to get them on Meetup and everything. But I probably got about 15, 20 people that I know personally that once things start rolling, they're going to start joining. And then also Meetup, I think I've got 7 or 8 or actually about 10 or so. And then on PrepperNet, I've got about 5 or 6. So if you're in the Roanoke area, come on down, join us, and we're going to start doing some cool stuff.
And you get to wear a kilt and no one will make fun of you.
You want to wear a kilt, man. So, but yeah.
I just don't know if I could do that out in the woods though. Is it?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a really good guy in Scotland who does survival videos, and he wears his full, it's called a full kilt, or I forget the name of it, but it's 8 yards of fabric. And I know how to fold it and wear it, but he uses it as a survival thing. But he talks about, if you don't have PrepperNet group in your area, consider starting one. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So, hey, well, I thank you so much for coming on. I mean, it's been a blast, and I got to learn some things about you. And I'll see you May 5th as well.
Yep.
We'll see each other at many places this year.
We'll buy each other beer or something.
Yeah. So on Saturday night at the event that we're having, Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, Sam Kopler, which is a Forward Observer, all these people are going to be hanging out with PrepperNet. We're going to have a cookout. I think it's a potluck. Go to PrepperNet.net to find out more. And, but we're going to have that. We're going to be hanging out. Literally all these people. Kilted Prepper will be there, guys. He'll be hanging out with us. Are you camping out there?
Yes.
Yep. So you'll be hanging out with, we will be the party of the show for sure. I mean, of the whole thing. So what's this? If you're alone in the forest wearing a kilt, we would never know. No, they wouldn't. No, that's okay. Wolfpack's my new favorite here. Someone says, thank you, Raymond. Yeah. So, hey, guys, so join us on PrepperNet.net. Raymond's on there. He told all your spaces. Hey, thank you guys for being with us this evening. Hey, join us in 2 weeks. We're going to have Larry from Tennessee, which is, oh my goodness, that dude is something else. I think he took a what do you not a like a rescue squad or something, like a ambulance, and he made it into his camper. So we're going to hear something about that. And he's my Northeast Tennessee leader. So guys, join us on PrepperNet.net. We'll see you next time.
Has your data been hacked? Do you feel uneasy about the vulnerability of your personal information online? Were you involved in the Target, LinkedIn, or Microsoft data leaks? Don't know? If not, then pay attention. Join Forrest Garvin from PrepperNet for a free webinar on privacy and security. Gain insights into safe internet browsing, VPNs, crafting online aliases, secure emails, detecting if your data has been hacked, and managing passwords. Secure your spot today for this webinar on privacy and security. It's free. This webinar delves into comprehensive strategies for bolstering your online privacy. We've got you covered, from fortifying your passwords to shielding your financial information and mastering state-of-the-art encryption techniques. We're offering 2 convenient dates to suit your schedule. Reserve your spot now at PrepperNet.com/privacy. Don't let cyber threats erode your peace of mind any longer. Take the first step toward a safer, more secure online experience by joining us for our free webinar. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to safeguarding your privacy. Sign up now at PrepperNet.com/privacy. We'll see you there.